Most people think that the only way to make money with crypto is to trade all day or holding coins with the hope that they go up in value. But I just made 54% in just 45 days without doing any of that. I didn't take a single trade, I didn't buy, I didn't hold, or I didn't stare at the charts the whole day. This system ran by itself while I was traveling the island of Curacao, where sadly my phone got broken. Now I'll tell you what this is not. It's not staking, it's not mining, it's not some weird website either. So how did I do it? What this is a system called Gridmatic trading. Let me show you how you can implement it. Alright guys, so I'm here on my screen, and first of all I want to share how this system works and the profits that I was able to make after running it for 1 month and 21 days. So my best performing bot was able to earn a total net profit of 54%. This is without me taking a single trade. As you can see, every single green dot is a buy order and every single red dot is a sell order. Now here's the interesting part. From the moment that I set up the bot, which is right here, we can see the first buy order. From the moment that I shut it down, which is right here, the price of the cryptocurrency went up only 16%. Now, I experienced some drops in the market and some ups. Yes, the coin did go up, but it didn't go up 54.64%. So this is proof that the system actually works, and if you have the right coin alongside with the right settings, which I'm going to show you how you can do, then you can make this percentage. And just to keep things full transparent, because I love transparency, I'm going to go ahead and share and refresh my screen so you guys can see that, you know, this is full transparent. Just gonna make sure I'm selecting the right type of bots. There we go. And there we go. We can see back the 54%, and you can see my demo is turned off. Here's another one. I made a 9% trading this cryptocurrency. The bot made up 10% in a month. Or this one that I recently shut down with a 10% or $1,474 in profit in just 11 days. That is averaging almost 1% daily, which is insane. Think about it. You are not taking any single trade. You just set up the bot, let it run, and it starts making 0.5 to 1% daily. That's like, you just don't see that happening, right? And the craziest thing, which I'm still surprised on up to this day, is that you can make these even if the price of the value of the cryptocurrency doesn't go up in value. Like I have shared multiple times, but these are the current bots that I have running. This one, for example, is up 9.34%. Solana is up 30%. Kava is up 4.57%. And all of this comes down to the fact that I set up the bot with the optimum settings, just ensuring that it's making money during the sideways movement and potentially even uptrend movements. So the system I'm going to share with you right now will exactly show you how you can make anywhere between 0.5 to 1% a day without watching the charts or any of that nonsense. So the coin, let's dive into that. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to have a set of coins. And for this, we're going to be using this tool called Bit Screener. And we're going to add 3 specific filters. First, market cap. How the bot works is from the volatility of the market. Hold on, it doesn't mean that we need to have something with a very low market cap, because that's not the point. We need something that has anywhere between 100 million to 500 million in market cap, so the coin can consistently go up and down in value. And the best way to do this is by selecting under 500 million. Then in option 2, we're gonna add the age. We need to have something that has been moving sideways in the market for a few years. Consistency is more important than market cap. And now you might be asking yourself, what the hell? Why did you just say that? Well, I have seen it time and time again. Coins with 20, 50, 40, 30, even 10 million market cap that have been moving sideways for years. And they are far more consistent than coins with 1+ billion market cap, especially with the system that me and my clients use. In fact, the same system that I'm going to show you right now, one of our members implemented it, and he made a 32% return in 26 days, averaging 1.51%. What we did is we gave him the coins, the settings, and the exit confirmation on when to shut down the bot. Or even Carlos that made a 61% return, averaging 1.54% daily. Those numbers are just insane, and you don't get to see that unless you have a proven systematic approach. So moving on, the third option, the third filter, we have the market cap, we have the age, now we need to have the exchange. Obviously, this is going to depend where you are from and where are you located, but in my case, I'm going to be using Kraken. And then what I do is I start filtering, I start finding coins from the lowest market cap to the highest market cap. We need to find something that has been moving sideways. We need volatility. Remember that. Volatility is the key for this system. That is how we're able to make these percentages, like 54%. It didn't happen because the coin barely went up or down. It happened because it had a strong downs, like you can see here, 35%, and it also had a strong ups, 50%. Obviously, if you're holding crypto and you buy here, and then some time goes by and you wait until here, you still could break even. But I still remember clearly, when I was here, when the bot was in this position, I was up about 25% without the price going higher than the entry price. Think about that for a second. You buy here, the price goes down, you're negative because you're holding. The price goes up. If you're holding, you're at a break-even point. But if you have a system like this, you can easily be 10, 20, even 30% up. But anyway, let's move on. So now we need to have the coin. We need to have something that has been moving sideways for a long time. And for instance, I can see one right here. We can see Nano. It has been moving sideways for about 6 months already, which is pretty interesting. That's what we're looking for. But let's see if we can find something else. Oh, check this one out. It also has been moving sideways for quite some time. But what I like about this one is that it does have a smaller market cap, 144 million. Now, you don't want to be too aggressive either. Don't go for the craziest ones, right? Like don't go for the 1 million, 5 million, 10 million market cap, because then it's gonna get way too risky. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Bitscap, click on start a new bot. And now once we have the coin, we can see that it has been moving sideways for quite some time. We want to check a little bit of the fundamentals. So we're gonna go to CoinMarketCap and we're gonna search the coin. Once we have it here, we're gonna click on all, and we're gonna also analyze a little bit of how the price action, right? Like for how long it has been moving sideways. Are we currently in a huge uptrend? Are we on a downtrend? Where are we standing at right now? Pro tip, do not set up your bot. Don't use this system when the price is at the top. That is not a good idea because, well, even if the coin goes down in value 20, 50, 60%, you might not be that down. But you know, why would you want to do that in the first place, right? Always set up your bot, always set up the system when the price of the coin is somewhere in the middle, which in this case it looks like, because we can see here back in 2022, the price of the coin was fairly close to 0.15 cents. Now is back then in 2022, it was 11 cents. We're also gonna check, we're gonna check how many people are holding it. We wanna make sure that that number ideally is above 30,000. The max supply, total supply, also the circulating supply. Another pro tip, the circulating supply should be fairly close to the total supply. This just will give more confidence to the coin. And you know, because usually when we have a huge supply and just a few million or a few thousand of the tokens are on circulation, it's not a good idea. We have too much supply and not enough demand, right? It's just supply and demand. So now that we have an understanding of the fundamentals, we need to go back to Bitscap and actually set up bot. We're gonna click on Gridbot and we're gonna search the coin. Okay, so, yeah, Kraken, there we go. Hold on guys, I just realized I don't have funding right now. All of my bots are down because I got the exit confirmation, which is something that I'm gonna explain to you in a minute. But right now, it looks like I'm shutting down one bot. so I can just show you guys how the system needs to be. So let's give it a minute. All right, we are done. We just shut down the bot with a profit. Regardless the investment you do, make sure that you make money from it. It doesn't make sense. An investment is supposed to always make you money. So now let's go back to the video. All right, so yeah, we're gonna set up a loop bot. So yeah, we're gonna set up a grid bot. Then we're gonna search the coin. So it's gonna be, in this case, LCX USD. And then when it comes to the settings, we have three fundamental things we have to understand. We have the price action, aka grid range. We have the grid levels, and we have trailing up or trailing down. So just to keep things simple, guys, when you're trying to figure out the price range or the grid range, the easiest way you can think of is what is the percentage that this coin has been moving sideways for years, right? Or at least a few months. In the case of this coin, LCX, I can take this rule and measure from support to resistance all the way down like this, and I can see that this coin on average has been moving about a 30%, meaning if I was to set up this coin, then I would need to cover a 30% in price action. This will ensure that the bot is consistently placing buy and sell orders, so your bot is consistently generating cash flow. Take that into consideration. Now, we're gonna use this tool price range. We're gonna graph from a little bit above market price all the way down until we hit that 30%. I want you to just understand something. Forget about everything, right? Forget about the grid lines, forget about the coin, but just check this out. Check for how long this coin has not crossed down this low price. And what do I mean by that? For how long this coin has been trading before it went down below the low price, because right now we're covering up to 0.10 cents. The coin, the last time this coin was there was back in November 2024, meaning the likelihood of this coin continue moving sideways on this price range is fairly big. But we also need to have an exit confirmation on when to secure the profit and shut down our bot with the highest P&L possible, which I'm also going to explain you in a minute. So we need to have that 30%. Let's go ahead and lock that in. There we go, 30%. Now we're going to move the high price all the way down. And to keep this simple, guys, all of these red lines are sell orders and all of these green lines are buy orders. This is our USD, USDT, USDC. This is our fuel. This is what gives the bot the opportunity to keep buying and selling, to keep buying at a lower price. And then these are our sell orders. So essentially what's going to happen now, well, not that I have guarantee, but ideally, if the coin goes down in value, the bot is automatically going to trigger buy orders here in each of these green lines, and every time it goes up, it's going to trigger sell orders. But just think about how many times it could do that if we can just truly understand this price action. It will do it hundreds, if not thousands of times. That is why I truly believe that if you're someone holding crypto or you have a big portfolio, this will make a lot more sense and it will be a lot more profitable than just holding crypto. Because for crypto to be profitable, you have to time the market and you have to time it really, really well. Or if you're an investor, then earning a 5 to 10% a year, it's a solid return. But you can easily, well, if you have the right system, of course, make that in a month. And I have shared that so many times and I have experienced that myself with my account, but also our clients. So that is what it's going to happen now. Now, when it comes to the grid levels, we want to keep the grid step percentage anywhere between 0.80 to 1.3%. So I'm just going to increase this to 1.2%. And I will do a quick back test here. We can see about a 10%, nothing fancy going on, just pure sideways movement. And I'm going to go ahead and try to optimize that, right? So I might want to increase this because remember, from 0.80 to 1.2%, we're going to backtest one more time, see if we optimize it. Okay, actually looks a little bit worse. Let's do 50. Let's back test. It's getting worse. Let's do 55. Actually, 45. Because yeah, we don't want to go below 0.80. It doesn't really make much sense. 9.45. Let's try 20. Actually, 30. That's getting better. And let's finally do 25. Up to 1.5 is usually what we advise for members. Then above the 1.5 grid step percentage, which what it means is every time the bot makes a buy and a sell order, the distance is the grid step percentage. So just as a quick example, if I select a 5% grid step percentage, you're going to see a massive difference between each buy and sell order. There you go. If I make no, 50, it's not good. But if I make 0.10, you're gonna see almost no distance, right? So the profit gets smaller and smaller. We want to, as investors, we want to find the sweet spot. Not a huge distance, but not a small distance either. So, and that sweet spot is usually between the 0.80 and 1.5%. Yeah, not 1.2%. I made a mistake on that. So yeah. We're gonna do 1.30%. Let's give it a quick more back test. So we went from 10% initially to 11.17%. That is 1% better. Now we're gonna make sure trailing up is activated, pump protection activated. This is gonna do essentially is that if the cryptocurrency goes up in value, which we are not looking forward, and that gives you so much peace of mind. But if that was the case, then the grid range, high and low price, will adjust themselves to the new price of the cryptocurrency. Pump protection, because we're trading coins with a lot of volatility, it's gonna avoid making buy orders when there is a pump. We're gonna go ahead and click on continue and start the bot. Let's get this one running. As this is loading, I'm gonna head to trading view, search the coin, and we're gonna set up the exit confirmation. As you can tell, Samuel, hazle blur a todos estos de aquí, ¿ya? As you can tell, every bot that I had running in the past had an exit confirmation trigger. We're going to be using an indicator called the Smart RSI. It's a custom indicator we created for our clients. But if you want to have free access for 14 days, just comment down below your TradingView username and I will grant access to the first 15 people that comment. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go ahead and click on the three dots, add alert, ensuring we're on the daily time frame. We're going to select the alert as shutdown bot signal. So what is going to happen now? The bot is going to be trading with the price action of the coin, with the volatility of the coin. As soon as the indicator gives us an exit confirmation, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on the three dots, stop the bot, and shut down the bot with the highest PNL. Now, if you're asking yourself, Emilio, why the hell would I want to shut down a bot? It's not supposed to be running 24/7. Well, hold on. Yes, it is meant to run 24/7, but crypto is crypto and we want to secure the profits. How many times have you heard before, oh, I didn't sell a profit, or oh, I lost so much money because I was greedy? Well, greed trading is also trading, so we need to have an exit confirmation on when to shut down our bot with the highest PNL, securing the profits. So yeah, guys, this is how I personally set up my system. I hope this makes sense. And if you want to avoid all of this work, then there is going to be a link down below in the description. Just book a call with me or my team and we're going to help you step by step setting up this exact system so you can earn anywhere between 0.5 to 1% and in some other cases even 2% daily. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you and have a beautiful day. Peace.